Mark Duchamp, this is going to be a dandy. The Wildcats and the Clippers getting ready to square off here at Legion Field. The battle for first place. The Wildcats and the Clippers, and Leo, this promises, as I just stated, we'll probably state for about the 52,000 million times, this promises to be a dandy.
Yeah, absolutely, no doubt about it, Mark. You know, since that game finished up last week against Bridgewater Raynham, that's all these guys could think about, I'm sure. And getting out here tonight and in front of your home crowd and in front of this, you know, the field looks fantastic. It's perfect weather for it. It's just an absolute dandy night for a ball game, and we've got probably the best one on the docket.
Wildcats and the Clippers get ready to square off here at Legion Field. The Wildcats, hey, they feel it is their time. We'll be back for the opening kickoff in just a moment. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Atmosphere here, very electric for a game like this for the top spot in the Old Colony League. Weymouth and Falmouth about set to go. As you look at Chris McDonald getting ready to kick off for the Wildcats. Wildcats winning the toss and deferring their choice. Falmouth get the football to start this one on a spinning kick. And it is going to go for the Clippers, number 43. Getting up to about the 29, Anthony DeVito. As DeVito covered very nicely by Steve Anzalone. And the Clipper offense on your screen. The key back is number 44, Willie Ford, just a sophomore. I've heard a great deal about him from a lot of people. He was an outstanding player on the freshman team for Falmouth a year ago. He'll be the right halfback. First play of the ball game. And the Clippers go to Mr. Ford, who tries to get to the outside, does a nice job, gets about 6-7 yards as he gets it out to about the 36-yard line. As he veered to the outside, as that's what the Clipper backs love to do, and the Wildcat defense that will have to stop the Clipper backs, as the Wildcat defense has been very tenacious.
Yeah, they've been ferocious, Mike, you're right. This, of course, is a big game, and just human. You'll have the butterflies out there, and early on you may see a mistake. It's something that one of these teams got to capitalize on, maybe a penalty or something, or a turnover. But you know, this is a big game, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a mistake early.
Some of the things that I noticed looking at the tapes is the Clippers go to the ground once again, and that is one of them. Right there as you watch the first down run by Wes Glover. As Glover getting the first down. And they get the opportunity to peek a little at the tapes going over a day or two. And one thing I did notice is the fact that from the backs will put it on the ground at times. They will run the option. Mike Andrews, first-year quarterback. From the 40-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 15 coming up right side of the Falmouth line, jumping the gun.
Yeah, penalties like that is what we're talking about. You know, you get the butterflies, you're all eager to go, and you just got to control yourself, stay focused, and maybe put them back on their heels a little bit. They had a couple nice running plays to start this drive.
1st and 15, we've not even played a minute. Weymouth and Falmouth. A lot of emotion in this one, not the fact that it's a big game. For the Weymouth High Seniors, the final home game. And they'd like to go out in style. As it is going to be the fullback, Eric Ayers, getting back the yardage lost in the penalty.
Just to pick up on that point you're making there, Mark, about this being their last home game. It's also a game that could really define their season, as you mentioned, for all intents and purposes, for the OCL crown. And, you know, these guys already have shown that this has been a good year for them. They went here tonight. It's been a great year. So this game right here could define their season.
2nd and 10 now. You go back to the fact that what was supposed to be a game with Mike Andrews getting about 5, maybe 6, Patrick O'Toole bringing him down. But it was a game that originally started at 5 o'clock on a kickoff, but because of a hellacious accident on the expressway by Union Street in Braintree the day of this game, and he really pushed the time back. And you wonder, you get your body prepared, your body is so prepared to get ready for a game, you wonder how you react.
Yeah, we've seen some good football here already. Doesn't seem to have affected him too much, but yeah, you're right. It can throw you off maybe a little bit.
3rd and 5. Option, it's Ford. Trying to get to the outside, gets a great block. Ford to the sidelines, down the sidelines, and run out of bounds. Sean DeWitt is going to get hit for 15 yards. Willie Ford didn't like the play, as Sean DeWitt did not want to give 15 yards that way.
No, that's also what we're talking about. We're talking about the butterflies and, you know, making mistakes. And, it's just a mistake. He ran him out of bounds, did a nice job, but then went a little extra, and the extra was too far.
Tim Sample threw a hellacious block at the point of attack, and he just sprung. Michael Scott came up to meet the play, and it was a hellacious block that he threw. So Falmouth gets a first great opportunity. At the Weymouth 20-yard line, Willie Ford, 35 yards, well, 20 yards on the run, but 15 more, 35 yards in all. Glover piles into the middle for about 4.
Start by the middle of Weymouth's line.
Wildcats.
Picked up about 5 yards.
Key into an option offense, such as what Falmouth runs, is taking away the dive play right away, and making it a 2 or 3 yard play, not a 5, 6 yard type of play, and that's what the Wildcats have to be able to do. And that's what I mean right there. Ears to the 14, 3rd and 4.
Yeah, these two defenses have been really been dominant all year long, and both offenses lately, it seems, have been peaking just at the right time. So just a classic matchup on both sides of the ball.
3rd and about 4.
3rd down and 4th to Falmouth.
It's the Clippers running the ball well here in this first possession. Andrews keeps. First down inside the 10 to about the 8. Jimmy Gagnon had to bring him down. It's Mike Andrews. You won't see much passing from him. He has not done it this entire season. But Mike Andrews is an individual who can run the football.
Clearly, yeah. And it doesn't matter if Weymouth knows what they're going to do if you can't stop it. So far, it's been all Falmouth.
There's good, well, I was going to say good defense on the dive, but the thing is that the Clippers kept it going as Mike Andrews from 8 yards out puts Falmouth on top.
That's exactly what I'm sure Falmouth was hoping to do. Obviously, you want to score first possession, but they also varied their offense nicely on the ground and picked up big chunks of yardage, almost moved the ball at will. Got the 15-yard penalty thrown in there, and with 5:42 left, they go up 6-0.
It's not the start the Wildcats wanted. Kevin Creighton for the extra point.
Creighton for the point after for Falmouth.
And Creighton does just get it. And the wait to see if it would go through the uprights. It does. 7-0 Falmouth. 5:42 to go here in the opening period. 71-yard drive for the Clippers. Puts them on top right away. They ran the ball very efficiently and went down the field. Not much as far as resistance went. There's big number 74, Chris Mahoney, about to kick off. Just taps it. McDonald on the bounce. Chris trying to spin away and could not. Wildcats look at the football at their own 28-yard line.
McConnell runs the ball back up for Weymouth around the
Clippers.
38-yard line.
The high kick able to come down and cover. And the Wildcat offense, as Johnny Lydon and Brian Milligan in the backs with Ryan Quill, they have been able to move the ball efficiently throughout this 1994 season.
Yeah, no matter it seems who's carrying the ball, Mark, these guys are getting the job done out of the backfield.
On first down, it is going to be Brian Milligan to the 32-yard line and about a 3-yard gain. Now, a lot of the people that we showed you on offense for the Clippers, they will be playing defense as well. As the Clippers, depth could be interesting as far as this one goes. It'll be second down and 11 coming up. Right side of the Wildcat line beat the snap count. There's no if and or but about that one.
Yeah, as you mentioned, you know, those butterflies early, and we've seen it from both teams here. Offensive line got out a little quick at that time, but they've obviously been doing a good job. As these guys are averaging a couple of them 6 yards out of the backfield, pretty much 5.5 overall.
Quill, first pass, and has it picked off by Eric Ayers. He came up short, he had Ely Pierce open, and Ryan just threw it behind.
Yeah, it looked like a good fakes to set it up, and as you mentioned, looked like Pierce might have been open and just a little behind him. And so far, Falmouth's done a nice job of making the plays early.
Situation right now, the Wildcats, that they have got to just shake off the mistakes and say, come on, let's go. Let's get our act together, because you don't want to put yourself in too deep a hole. Mike Andrews doesn't like the defense, calls a timeout. 4:35 to go in the first period, and the Clippers scoring on their first drive. Johnny Lydon, Chris Harvey, freshman coach Steve Gregg, talking about the way this has begun. So Clippers getting good field position after the interception by Ayers. And Andrews under pressure, chased by Brian Kelly, deep and incomplete. Intended for Glover. Patrick O'Toole on the coverage. 3 maroon gold shirts around the play.
Seems defensively all year these guys have come up with the big plays when they need them, come up with the big stands when they needed them, and this certainly would be one of those times right here.
Second down and 10 situation, and Wildcats just want to make the plays. Option pitch, it's Ford. Trying to cut outside, and good pursuit there.
There's that team speed. I mean, you had 4 or 5 guys, but a good job of coming up, taking away the quarterback and making him pitch it, and then swarm to cover 4. Just a super job defensively there.
Brian Milligan, Casey Antonovich leading a group of people over there, as it was just everybody over to meet the play. Right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be a loss of 1 on the play, 3rd and 11.
Now we're saying it was a big stand here for him now, and obviously you don't want him to go up on you by 2 touchdowns, but also momentum-wise, the Wildcats got to get back into this one and get back into it right now.
Andrews trying to run the option, cuts it back nicely, gets the first down, and almost a great deal more. Jimmy Gagnon prevented it from going down the sidelines for 6. That was a situation the Wildcats were all there. Had the play strung out, but nobody grabbed Mike Andrews. And the Clippers For the big third down play, they've had a couple so far. On their first possession, a Willie Ford 20-yard run got them 6 points.
First down for Falmouth on Weymouth's 27-yard line.
Should rephrase that. It set up the 6. Ford trying to get to the outside. Milligan chases him, strings the play out. Ford, who's one tough-looking sophomore, almost had the ball picked. Jimmy Gagnon and Casey Antonovich were about to grab the ball, but Ford covered up and goes down after about a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, that kid's a man in just the 10th grade there. He's 6'3", and up around 190 pounds. And he's got some wheels, as you can see, getting to the outside there.
Willie Ford, the ball carrier for Falmouth that time.
With backs, they'd like to dip in, bang it out, and make it happen that way.
Second down, 6 yards to go on the 24-yard line.
From the 24, second down and 6. It's going to be Andrews trying to run the option, cuts it back nicely, runs into his own man, then springs loose and scores.
Well, obviously, as we were mentioning, that just does 2 things right there. It puts the Wildcats down 2 touchdowns, but again, it keeps them back on their heels as Falmouth came out early rolling and just continues to snowball.
2 touchdowns for Falmouth here in the opening quarter, and the Wildcats situation where you got to stop the option. They haven't, and it's cost them deeply.
Brings to attempt the point after.
It's Kevin Creighton try to make it a 14-0 Falmouth lead. Nothing Falmouth. They have come to Weymouth flying high, have the Clippers in lead by 2 touchdowns. Simply put, the Wildcats are just having it handed to them by the Clippers. That's all there is to it, and Wildcats are going to make something happen as McDonald on the kick. Chris gets whacked on the play, getting to the 32-yard line. And from our roster sheet, they do not list number 40 and 2 times in special teams. Number 40 of Falmouth has been right in the middle of the play. Now it's time to just, if you're Weymouth, the old proverbial buckle up the chin strap and get going.
Got the second touchdown. Hopefully that'll be a wake-up call for him and get going.
The block by Milligan as Leiden looks to get to the outside, and Johnny cut down at about the 34-yard line. Kevin Creighton, Scott Pimentel in on the tackle.
Never want to drop down 2 scores, but if you do, I'd rather be down 2 touchdowns in the first quarter than in the fourth, so it gives them plenty of time to get back in this one, but it seems like they need a big play just to get their confidence back, get the momentum back on their side.
Well, it's been a while since somebody has done this to them. Something like that. What Falmouth has done, the way that they have been able to score, is Gagnon on the toss. Jimmy is not going to get much as far as that play goes. Pimentel and Glover in on the tackle.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, a few times it looked like they had Falmouth stopped, and they would come up with a big play to pick up the first down, and then of course we saw the big touchdown run. And you know, when Falmouth needed it, they've been able to go out and get that big play, and now Weymouth's got to get one here.
It's made a difference. Clippers have made the plays. The Wildcats have not made one here in this opening 10 minutes. As Quill on the roll. Downfield, Bobby Wilhelm with a reception. And there's one big play you can ask for. Number 87. He's becoming a primetime receiver.
Exactly. So Pete Mitchell out there in the maroon and gold. Nice job coming across, and a super throw by Quill. I mean, had his first one picked off. This time he's running left, firing across his body, and put a perfect strike out there for Wilhelm.
25 yards on the play, and something to just get yourself feeling good.
Exactly. That's a little momentum builder, and it gets them out of trouble. If they get stopped there, Falmouth's going to get the ball back in good field position. Now they've...
And I don't know. Let's see who's going to get called for the penalty on this.
Either way, Weymouth's created something good for themselves here.
I don't think anybody's going to call a thing on the play. Yeah.
That's it for the quarter.
That is it for the quarter. Now Falmouth after one. 14-0 they lead. As after one quarter of play, Falmouth has just owned the first 10 minutes. As they lead 14-0, they have done absolutely very little wrong, and the Wildcats have got to step it up, or else this could be a tough evening. Ryan Quill, the big pass completion to Bobby Wilhelm. The start is not what you want.
No, clearly. That wasn't in the game plan to start the second quarter down 14 points, but we mentioned there's plenty of time left in this one. No need to abandon the game plan. Just tighten it up defensively, and they'll be all right.
Gagnon burst through the middle. Jimmy, who ran the ball just once a week ago, thought he should have been going for 6. But he does get the first down to the 27-yard line.
And second and long, and Gagnon explodes through the hole, almost cut that lead in half.
Yeah, the funny thing was that last play of the first quarter, Quill kept the ball, and no penalty was called. Also, it's a movement. It was funny that nothing was called on the play. The Wildcats able to get the first down. Quill off the play action in a little bit of trouble. Ryan trying to run away from that trouble. Eric Ayers able to bring him down after a yard gain. Seal along with Chris Mahoney on the tackle.
Nice job by Quill there to make something out of nothing. Looked like the receivers were pretty well covered. He danced around a tackler or two and got back to the line of scrimmage.
Ryan Milligan taking a little bit of grass out of Ryan Quill's face mask. One thing about this possession is the fact that the Wildcats have kept the defense off the field for a few minutes, and Brian Milligan and company will be facing a 3rd and long. Good pursuit. Wes Glover making the play.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, while it wasn't, while they'd love to score here, it's not really crucial that they score here. I mean, but it was crucial that they pick up a few first downs and give the defense a little rest and create a little better field position for themselves.
Knowing that you can move the football is crucial right now. Quill off the play action roll. Guns it back and has it picked off. Willie Ford with the play. Willie Ford just took it away from Chris McDonald, and a good drive goes for naught.
McDonald in on that tackle.
Yeah, Falmouth did a great job there defensively, and they put all kinds of pressure on Quill, kind of forced him into a tough throw, and Ford stepped in and made the big play. So really all the crucial big plays have been made by Falmouth here in the first half, and it's time for Weymouth to get one of their own.
10 to go in the first half, and Falmouth playing exceptional football here to start. Ford tripped up, brought down. 44, strong safety, Eddie Farrell with the play.
The ball carrier picks up a couple of downs.
It's a situation where the Wildcat defense, nice start. Now you just want to keep it going.
Yeah. The thing about this offense is, as you mentioned, they've yet to put the ball up, but they vary their runs so well that it's almost like they have a couple different options.
Andrews long count. He tried to draw the Wildcats off. That time it is Eric Ayers out to about the 30. I'm going to give Andrews a lot of credit. He is an excellent ball handler.
Ayers with the ball. Brought down by Gagnon.
great ability to handle the football so far. And Wildcats have been unable to put the stop. This is third and about 2. They need to do it here. Just for the feeling that they can start making the plays on the defense. Andrews will be close. Where the mark of the football is crucial.
Andrews on the keeper, runs up to the left side.
And they mark it, first down, Falmouth. I tell you, it's a funny situation so far. As far as the season goes, you look at, you play the on-paper games. I mean, you look at the fact that this is a Wildcat team that just put away Bridgewater here at Legion Field. Falmouth at home against Bridgewater get humbled. And now delay by Falmouth, but it makes the statement be known. It's who shows up.
Yeah, on any given day. And by all means, the Wildcats out of this one. You just got to make the defensive stand here now. They cannot drop down by 21 points or 20 or whatever. As we mentioned, these guys have all year long stepped up and met the challenge, and this is certainly a big test for them right now.
Collision in the backfield. Glover, he doesn't know where to go, and, well, poor Mr. Glover. Chris Glover got in the middle of the collision with Mike Andrews and Willie Ford, and it was a situation with the Wildcat defense kind of getting something that was desperately needed. A big play for them.
Yeah, that was obviously a mistake by Falmouth. Figuring the nerves are out of them now, but looked like a little confusion, little butterflies there. Weymouth stepped in, made the big play, dropped them for a big loss, and of course now they have to make the stop here to make it stand.
Yeah, that was the funny thing about that play. I mean, it's like everybody was confused which way to go, and Andrews on a great cutback, and it's a terrific play by Jimmy Gagnon that prevents it from being about a 15, 20-yard gain. Instead, it is a 3-yard gain, because you look at the play from up top here, and you can almost see everything just on the flow go one way to the far side of the field. Andrews cut it back to the near side of the field, and he almost exploded. Third and 16, 17 yards to go, and you want to be able to put Falmouth in this type of situation. You want them to throw the football. Delay, Falmouth. I got to admit, that's a very, very quick clock on the Clippers.
You never want to give away yardage, but with a 14-0 lead, I'm sure they do want to take as much time off the clock as they can. And just taking a bit too much.
Third down, about 21, 22 yards to go.
You mentioned I'd like to see Falmouth force them into a throwing situation, but it probably, as they do, keep it on the ground, and I think the Wildcats stop them that way.
Ball was on the ground. You could hear everybody screaming ball. Eric Ayers caught it on the bounce, and then Ayers got pummeled for his trouble. Wildcats all over that play, and 2 turnovers so far, and one Falmouth turned into points. The one prevented the Wildcats from trying to get points.
Fourth and about 19 yards to go. Falmouth in 10 comments.
Pierce on the bounce. Ely, nowhere to go. As soon as Ely fielded it on the bounce, Ely was in a great deal of trouble. Tim Semple on the tackle. And for the Wildcats to get back in, I'm going to talk about right now is the fact that you get back in, if you could be 14-7 down at halftime, there is 3:27 to go in the first half. And point I brought up earlier, they don't use a lot of people, do the Clippers.
47-yard line.
And you want to be able to maybe wear them down a little.
Yeah, I'm sure the Wildcats at this point, I'd love to go into the half just down 7. They haven't really played up to their ability so far, and if they can turn it around here with 3:27 left in the half and put a number on the board, they'd be very happy with that.
Johnny Lydon on the pitch to midfield and about 4.
Line runs left, picks up about 4 yards.
You know, it's the first stop they've had of
Falmouth.
Falmouth. Falmouth kind of helped them out there with a couple penalties, and it's just crucial to take advantage of opportunities when you get them, and this is an opportunity presenting itself for the Wildcats.
Elias Gregordias on the tackle. I don't know who number 40 is for the Clippers, and he's come up with some big plays, and Johnny Lydon not able to shake Elias Gregordias, along with Eric Ayers, brings him down after about a 3-yard gain.
Widen the ball carrier. Brought down by Ayers.
He is for the Wildcats. They move the football.
Yeah, they picked up a few first downs last time. A nice big pass play. And here they've moved the ball fairly well. They're going to move the chains, however.
3rd and short, and 1st and down now and more. Jimmy Gagnon wants even more. That's something to wake up the home folks.
That's exactly it, Mark. That moves the chains, as we mentioned, and it, as well as you mentioned, it wakes up the home crowd, inspires the guys on the sideline, inspires your blockers to know, hey, if we can just get this guy a little hole, a little crease, he's going to spring it for some, and there's no quitting that kid, taking on tacklers and dragging him for a few more yards.
Wildcats got to this point in their last possession. They'd like to take it even farther, get themselves back into this one. Gagnon to about the 27 and a gain of 2. And the Wildcats are going to spend the timeout. 1:43 to go here in this first half. Michael Scott says, come on guys, we got to talk about this situation. Wildcats down 14-0. Wildcats trying to answer what has been a very productive Falmouth offense here in the first half. Down 14-0. This from the 27-yard line on 2nd and 7. Draw play. It is going to be Gagnon, tripped up. Jimmy looked like he had the hole there, had a steam. Tim Sample got him by the shoe tops. And timeout, Weymouth. 1:34 left, and they're in 2-down territory. Interesting call. 3rd and 6 for the Wildcats. Situation. Want to get something on the board for themselves. Will. Quickly, McDonald. Chris, run out of bounds, 1st down.
Yeah, that's a great job right there, picking up the 1st down, getting out of bounds. Quick little hitter. A minute 28 left, plenty of time for them to get this into the end zone. And as we mentioned before, you know, first half down 14, it's not crucial that they score, but it is certainly critical. You figure they've only had the ball 3 times. Both teams have only had the ball for 3 possessions, so to expect to score 2 out of 3 in the next half would be pretty tough.
Toss pitch, Gagnon cuts it to the inside, and Jimmy to the 2-3 yard gain.
Falmouth just takes a tremendous amount of time off the clock every time they have the ball with their running attack. And Wildcats need to put a number on the board.
1:19 left in the first half. 14-0 Falmouth. Wildcats trying to figure out what they have to do here in this drive to keep it going, get it in the end zone, get back into this one. Falmouth. Team this season, they have been susceptible. It's Gagnon on the draw, cuts it back nicely. Jimmy inside the 10 and down to the 6, and almost once again going in the end zone. Wildcats will spend another timeout. And a 3rd, and about 2 coming up. 3rd down and 2 from the 7-yard line. Gagnon cuts it back. Jimmy trying to barrel into the end zone, gets it to about the 2-yard line. Or check at the 1-foot line, they're going to mark it.
Hearing the ball carrier.
Jimmy nearly punching it in.
Weymouth. Brought down by the whole left side of Falmouth.
Wildcats have a little time to play with. A minute and 5. Clock ticking, but they have 4 cracks from the 1-foot line.
Nice job by Gagnon. Guy who seems to make big plays for him whenever they need it.
Blyden follows Milligan for 6.
How about that, Mark? How about these guys? I mean, they get down 14-0. Having trouble moving the ball, having trouble defensively, but there's no quitting them. They claw their way back into it just like the Wildcats they are. Get back on the scoreboard, 14-7 now with 45 seconds. 14-6. I'm getting ahead of myself with 45 seconds left, but they just make the plays when they need to, and that's what they've done here now again. Get themselves right back in this one.
The Wildcats been able to move the football.
One try to play after.
Johnny Blyden scores a touchdown, adds the extra point. Wildcats come back with 45 seconds to go here in the first half. They're down by a touchdown. Wildcat band getting ready to perform at halftime as they just serenaded the crowd with maroon and gold after the Wildcats go 50 yards to get back into the football game. It's Chris McDonald. Spins one on the line. Willie Ford. Don't want to give him that type of situation. Ford dropped at about the 31-yard line. To be honest with you, Willie Ford has got good speed. You don't want to give him the football on a line drive kick. Because if you give him a chance to get ahead of steam heading upfield, he could be one very dangerous individual.
Big game, and Weymouth just come up with a big drive, a huge drive, enormous, extra large. I mean, that just, down 14-0 at half, it wouldn't have been critical. But
your English teachers loved you for all those adjectives.
Would have been crucial, and this way they climb right back into it and show that they're not going to lie down.
Well, they better do one thing right there. Eric Ayers rips off 14, first down with 32 seconds to go.
Ayers carrying the ball.
That was neatly done by the Clippers, who call a timeout. Clippers doing some things that they've wanted to do. In that time, the Wildcats did something they wanted to do. Unfortunately for them, the whistle blows to play dead. Eric Ayers shaken up on the play. He was just whacked, and he is hurting. That is a big part of the Clipper offense, his ability to run from the fullback position. We'll take a break. 25 seconds to go, first half. Eric Ayers shaken up.
Second and 8 to Falmouth.
Walk off. He was not walking crisply. Ford trying to get to the outside. Brian Milligan had him, and then Casey Antonovich had to run him out. The situation.
Antonovich versus Ford, out of bounds.
Willie Ford got away from Brian Milligan and Michael Scott.
Yeah, you said he was something at the beginning of the game, and so far he's lived up to his billing, as advertised.
They're down at about 4 or 5. The thing is with Willie Ford,
the ball is on the 49-yard line.
Coaches have made the comment. One plain fact of life for the Weymouth coaches: wrap him up. They didn't on that particular play, and what was a 5-yard gain, what could have been a loss, is Andrews to throw. Patrick O'Toole right there on Kevin Creighton. He had the best angle of the football, and Patrick with the play.
Yeah, O'Toole may be a little disappointed he didn't pick it off, but just as well, just knock it down there, make sure there's no freak bounce and interception. Nice defensive coverage.
Fourth down and about 4:11 seconds to go here in the first half.
Knew they were going to take a shot at it sooner or later, and O'Toole was ready for it.
Falmouth timeout. 14-7. Weymouth trailing Falmouth. 11 seconds, fourth down, 4 yards to go. Andrews trying to run the option. Keeper stuffed on the play. And the Wildcats will get the football. Excellent defense by the Wildcats. 6 seconds left. They will get one crack.
Yeah, super defense there, Mark. I mean, as we mentioned, Falmouth had the ball 3 times before that, scored twice, and really shot themselves in the foot with delay of game penalties on their third possession. And here Weymouth had to come up with a big stop, and they did.
6 seconds left in the first half.
Timeout, Weymouth. The feeling that we're going to see one lovely little play. Ryan Quell wind up and throw it to the man top of your screen, Illy Pierce, one of the fastest people in the state. Well, he thought that Chris McDonald was a better option, and McDonald was going to be near the sidelines. Clippers scoring on their first 2 possessions, going up 14-0 after a quarter, but the Wildcats back and cut the deficit to 7. 14-7 after 2 quarters of play. Second half action coming up for you here in Dimension 23. Stick with us, don't go away. Ring around Legion Field after the halftime show as the Wildcats try to put on a show of their own here in the second half, down by a touchdown. 14-7 with Leo Doyle and Mark Ducharme. The Wildcats will get their hands on the football to start this second half. First half, quite simply, the Clippers came out and took it to the Wildcats. The Wildcats towards the end of the half trying to get themselves back into the game, and Chris McDonald nearly got himself sent back to the bench by a wicked shot by Wes Glover.
Yeah, the Wildcats did a nice job of recovering after it looked like they were on the ropes. Came back and got the score. Obviously, Falmouth has a size advantage, but Wildcats have overcome that all season long. And
I was going to say that. We've seen that all season.
This is just another challenge for these guys.
I mean, what team are they bigger than in the league? I've yet to find out one. Johnny Lydon bangs about 3, maybe 4 yards. I say it in all sincerity. I mean, this team is, they've had to literally look at their small size, I say football size, that is.
Picks up 4 to 5 yards, brought down by the right
as you said, they've been battling all year and done the job.
Yeah, it's just in the first few drives here for Falmouth in the first half, it appeared really to be extremely obvious that they were taking it to them and using their size advantage like Weymouth hadn't seen before.
Gaurav Adida with a sensational catch. Ryan Quill threw a high fastball, but Gaurav Adida just climbed the ladder to grab that one.
Go get it, do that dance. Do that dance, baby. Nice job going up, pulled it down, and picked up a first down. We saw Falmouth come out, receive the kickoff in the first half, and march right down, and that would be a huge boost to this Wildcat team if they could do the same to start the second half.
From the 46-yard line on 1st and 10. Quill is going to get beat up. Oh, Chris Mahoney, Wes Glover just sat there and grabbed Ryan Quill before he could ever try to run the football on the option.
Yeah, those guys snuck through, and Quill maturing nicely as a quarterback there. May have forced it earlier in the year, but he realized that he's got 4 downs. Ate that one, took the loss. Instead of forcing something, maybe causing a turnover.
Well, I'll tell you, that was well played. Lydon on the draw. Gets back the yardage, lost. And Scott Pimentel was linebacker position, and Matt Conforti. Both are there. And 3rd down. And 10.
The way these guys are going at it on the ground here tonight, they're just on a lot of possessions, and you have to capitalize on almost every opportunity you get.
3rd and long 10 for a first down.
Quill trying to get away from the pressure, completes the pass. Short yardage, Garavadita brought down at about the 49. It's a 2-yard gain. But Adita had no chance whatsoever heading upfield. He was just steamed by Michael Andrews.
Yeah, the offensive line kind of broke down maybe a little bit there, allowed quite a bit of pressure, and Quill had to really take it back quite a ways. Put some steam on that one, threw it about 15 yards on the line, but not quite enough downfield.
Jimmy Gagnon, the punt. And he gets belted in personal foul, Falmouth. Wildcats might have just cut a major league break. The fact of the matter is, it's a roughing the kicker call. Is it the personal foul, or is it personal foul? It is. Roughing the kicker, 15 yards, first down, Weymouth.
You know, it just doesn't seem to matter where that kid's at on the field. He just seems to come up with big plays. Just getting that one off is a big play right there. I mean, the kick, even if they didn't touch him, drops inside the 10-yard line where it rolled out of bounds. As is, they rough him, he gets it away. If they get a piece of it, they can cream him. But Gagnon gets the ball off, and Weymouth continues this drive. No matter where he is at on the field, the kid comes up with big plays.
Well, I'll tell you, they just came in, did the Clippers. They had a good pressure, and they just came flying in, and there was no ifs, and doubt about it.
Coming up on Falmouth's 36-yard line.
You know, this is, we're talking about taking advantage of opportunities, and here's one that's presented itself. One they earned with a nice pass, and a nice play by Gagnon as well.
Gagnon on the draw, cut back nicely, gets 4 or 5. But I'll tell you, Jimmy could have got one more block. It would have been interesting for Mr. Gagnon.
Mentioned in the first half that, you know,
It's up 5 yards.
a win or a loss here really defines this season for these guys. You know, they win and they've had a great year. They lose, they've still had a good year. But if they get the W here tonight, it vaults them up another level. And you know, it's a chance for them to now say, you know, they can look back in a few years and say, what if we did this? But if they come out of here with a W tonight, they said they'll be able to look back and say, look what we did.
Gagnon chunking off about 5 yards more, close to a first down. It's a point. Well taken, Leo, because during the week we talked to Brian Milligan. I did an interview for Weymouth this weekend. And I put a question to Brian. I said, have you guys played your best game yet this year? And Brian paused for a moment as the Wildcats need a foot on third down. But Brian made a point. He says, not really. He says, you know, we played some good games, but, you know, we're striving to get better. Milligan, oh, was that a pretty defensive play by the Falmouth nose tackle Henry Jones, who grabbed Milligan for no gain. In fact, maybe a loss of about a foot. And you know the Wildcats will go for it on 4th down.
Nice job of picking up a couple big chunks of yardage on 1st and 2nd down, and gives them even with the stop there, it's still 4th and short. But here, with halfway through the 3rd quarter, this is a big play.
Fans know it. Gagnon on the carry, spins for the first down.
And why not, right? He's been making them all day. He's been making them all year. Give him a little hole, and that kid's going to get it. And he did.
Junior tailback doing it again. First down, Wildcats, 25. But I mean, I like the attitude of the ball club, go back for a point, striving to get better. And that is something that they have been trying to do. This is a team that they know. They get more to prove. As Gagnon looks for the block from Milligan, takes it outside of the Milligan block. Jimmy, excellent running.
He has got some serious speed, but he's got some moves to go with it. The finesse that complements his speed there as well. And it gets to the outside and just a half step, a little juke, and freezes the defender and is able to pick up 9 big yards. maybe 10.
Officials 3-0 for a measurement.
It's the one neat thing. I mean, you can set the shot here that we've got. I mean, I'm not going to pick on the officials, but for the matter of moving the stakes, what, about a foot out? You couldn't tell?
Better safe than sorry.
And Falmouth will take a timeout. Wildcats coming at the Clippers in this opening possession of the second half as they try to come back and possibly tie this one. Wildcat defense, Brian Kelly is yet to see the field here in the second half. So the offense is holding to the ball so far for about maybe 6 minutes. Roughing the kicker call, and so no if and about it. Let's get this drive alive, and there's a situation. Falmouth came in, tried to block the kick, and they just creamed Jimmy Gagnon. McDonald on the quick pitch to the 10-yard line. Kevin Creighton by the ankles brings him down.
Yeah, they're giving him a little room out there, respecting his speed. And Weymouth's been able to pick up 5-6 yards of crack when they go to that play.
You know, the thing is about it, you look at the situation, it opens up so much here in second down.
2nd and 5 on the 10-yard line.
As you mentioned, we're well into this third quarter, so, you know, these teams aren't going to get a lot of possession. So as we mentioned again, you got to take advantage of the opportunities when they present themselves.
Gagnon, that time, couldn't cut it back. Strung out perfectly by Falmouth. Frank Ayers and Wes Glover on the tackle.
Gagnon, the ball carrier. No gain. 3rd down coming up, 5 yards to go.
What do you call now? It's going to be an interesting situation. I mean, 3rd and 5, it's a run-pass area.
Yeah, they've seemed to pull a few out of their bags, something that you know, they insert during the week in practice, and you know, who knows, maybe they have something up their sleeve here.
Gagnon, why not?
Hey, nothing fancy there, just an old standby. Go to Jimmy Gagnon up the middle and picks up your first down and 6 points as well. Weymouth, an impressive drive to start the second half. Their defense will get a chance. See if they can slam the door on this Falmouth offense. Just a great drive, though, by the offense. These guys needed that. They got it. The house is rocking now.
And I wonder, well, they're going to go for 2. They're going to go for the 2. 14-13.
Why not? They moved the ball so successfully on that drive. Let's go for the win right here. Put them up.
Wow! Gregoritis just crunched Jimmy Gagnon. And Gagnon really just got... Whoa, he is looking for the name of the bus that just ran him down. 14-13, Falmouth still with the lead. A 71-yard drive has brought the Wildcats back into this game, 14-13. It's Chris McDonald.
McDonald picks off for Weymouth.
Gordine trying to hit to the far side, and Tony Thomas hangs him up and allows about 4 of the Wildcats to pursue and bring him down, but it's still good field position for the Clippers. And good news, Jimmy Gagnon comes running on the field. He'll play defense.
DeVito brings the ball up to the 47, 46-yard line.
Wildcats prove they move the ball offensively. They get a little something to prove defensively now.
1st and 10, Falmouth.
Willie Ford, flag down. This is coming back. It is going to come back. Ford will go for the touchdown, but it is all coming back. Flag was thrown immediately in the middle of the offensive line. The flag was thrown immediately, but a great run by Willie Ford and a Falmouth player shaken up. But that flag was thrown immediately. As soon as that run started to materialize, you saw the flag go flying into the fray, and somebody just grabbed. Ed Winslow says, "You've got to be kidding me," but that flag was called very, very quickly.
Yeah, that thing was out of there before Ford had made his turn upfield.
Holding, Falmouth.
Now you talk about your momentum swings, and pretty large one there. We saw one earlier when Gagnon got nailed instead of giving the ball away. Wildcats had a first down, and here, instead of a touchdown by Falmouth, it's first and 20.
But Willie Ford shows you why he's going to be one tremendous high school football player.
I mean, we were talking about the size, and a couple of drives earlier in the first half, it looked like Falmouth was just overpowering, and Ford's a part of that overpowering. And the kid is 6'3", 190, and just a house, and he's got the wheels to get outside.
I mean, Patrick O'Toole's got decent speed, and Patrick O'Toole was just trying to get him. This time Willie Ford will not get a lot of yardage. He will get about one.
Ford runs left, brought down by the right side.
One note for the Wildcats. We get that shot of Brian Kelly. And I made the comment that he had yet to see the field in the second half. Well, Brian Kelly has yet to see the field. The Wildcat senior defensive end shaken up. It might have been a blow towards the head because the doctor in attendance is just talking to him.
Great stop there on Ford. It looked like, again, like he had the chance to get outside. Not exactly sure who got the stop, but a great job of grabbing and hanging on.
Bobby Wilhelm just with a terrific play right there. Bobby Wilhelm, who came in for Brian Kelly, just spun off his block and made the tackle of Mike Andrews.
Yeah, you mentioned the depth earlier, and here it comes into play for the Wildcats. You lose a guy like Kelly, but Wilhelm steps right in and makes a big play.
Wildcat defense would love to come up with a big play here.
On your 26-yard line.
Andrews pitched to Ford. Boy, you look at that speed.
No flags this time.
Oh, baby, what a run.
Ford runs left again for a touchdown.
That is a killer.
That is a crushing blow. You're exactly right, Mike. And especially in the situation that it comes in as well. It's third and about 3rd and 21. And you figure you stuff them there, you're going to get the ball back in good field position and get a chance to go ahead. Instead, Ford turns the corner, takes it upfield, and you're down 7 now, possibly 8.
Creighton back, tries for the point after.
Flag down, and Creighton hammers it through.
The point after
The flag is offside on Weymouth. That is for sure. And the Clippers take the point. Point lead for the Clippers with a minute to go here in the third period. It's frustrating for the Wildcats. You march, as they did downfield, get the Gagnon touchdown, get back into the game, and then one big play by a sophomore who is going to be a load as a senior. Pierce has trouble. Ely. Tell you, Ely Pierce dangerously holding the football out to dry.
Pierce runs the ball back for Weymouth up to about the 35-yard line.
Loaf of bread cliche there.
I mean, Ely's got big hands, but I mean...
Nice run back, however. Gives the Wildcats pretty good field position. As you mentioned, just a crushing blow, especially the way this offense has been moving for the Wildcats. Nice steady flow, picking up the first downs, moving the chains, and then sticking it in the end zone. And to have Falmouth come back with the one big play, that is a difficult blow to overcome. Let's see if they can do it.
Danny Steele gets about 2-3 yards. 44 seconds left in the third quarter, and the Wildcats will face the 2nd and 8.
Steele, the ball carrier.
Willie Ford.
Yard, 2nd and 9 coming up.
You talk about an individual who's probably got a lot of the college scouts drooling. I'm not saying 1AA, I'm saying Division I scouts. Well, Pierce. Ely just could not keep his footing. Ely will get 5 on the play.
Yeah, that's something the Wildcats would like to see a little more of. Get Pierce out there one-on-one with a guy, and most times he'll be able to make a miss. Fortunately, footing problem there. He slipped down.
Both teams scoring a touchdown in the third quarter, as it is Falmouth 21, Weymouth 13 after 3. To the coaches upstairs, Barry Barassa, Chris Jelanis, about some way to get back and possibly even this game. 21-13 Falmouth. The matter is, it'd be best described as Falmouth has driven a well-built young sophomore named Willie Ford, who's made things happen. And Johnny Lydon comes up short. First down yardage on 3rd down.
Lydon is head on by Brigadiers.
4th down and a couple.
No doubt the Wildcats have work cut out for them here now.
Gagnon the kick. And Ford going back.
Gagnon was back to Weymouth to do the punting.
Jimmy rifles one out. Ford is a clip, and he's not going to be called. And Willie Ford is not going to go down. Pat O'Toole off-camera view screaming that he got leveled.
Ford runs the ball back to
Ford
the 40-yard
not getting up that quickly. They're going to check on Willie. We'll be back in a moment.
Flag down 2.
9:14 left. 21-13 Falmouth. And I mentioned that it was an illegal block that I saw immediately on the
26-yard line.
punt return, and they did call it. I was a little late. And during the timeout, while they checked, Willie Ford is okay. I think more or less a cramp. I mean, he's done a lot of running in this one. Glover gets about 3, 4, maybe 5.
I'm saying that Wildcats have their backs against the wall, but that's nothing new for them. And they battled back from a slow start this year. You know, on the scoreboard, you know, they started slowly, in the record book rather. Clawed their way back to a winning record here. Found themselves down 14-0, clawed themselves back to within a point. Now they're down 8 with a little over 8 minutes left to play, so gonna have to go to that trickery one more time.
Eric Ayers is going to prevent him from doing that as he gets a good run to midfield. On the dive play, he just exploded. Clippers have run the ball well.
Absolutely. As you mentioned, that really has been the difference in the game.
And
Ford's been
he's been the man who's ignited it.
Done the yeoman's work, but
Ayers inside.
Exactly, they've come at him in different ways.
I mean to interrupt, but I mean it's the fact you could just. I mean, there's so many people are making it happen. One of the few times Wildcats have been able to slow down the Clipper attack. Glover gets a couple.
Glover the ball carrier. Picks up about 4 yards.
Quite honestly, I think the stop has got to be made now.
Yeah, no doubt about it, the way these guys are just eating up the clock. Well, this has just been a lightning quick ball game because of the way Falmouth has controlled the ball.
Andrews that time couldn't turn the corner because Jason Keenan stuffed the play. And it tells you realistically, and calling a game, and
Eagles on the keeper, picks up about a yard or two.
I mean, it's one of the few times I had the chance to mention Jason's name, and talking about an individual who in the last 2 games from his defensive tackle position has had 22 tackles. I mean, you get a credit to people up front, the Falmouth. They've done a good job.
Yeah, Largen in charge here. Once again, third down's been tough.
Ford, oh! Eddie Farrell may have made the biggest play of the ball game for Weymouth.
There it is, Mark. Third downs, they've been picking those up. Farrell, shot out of a cannon, sneaks in there, makes a beautiful tackle on a man who's not easily brought down. Not easily set either.
No, I'll tell you, he is one
Fourth down and 8 yards to go.
fine football player, Willie Ford. Creighton just getting it away. Pierce getting some blocks. Ely just getting tripped from behind. There's Ely. Shot down by Scott Pimentel. The fact of the matter is, 6:36 left. You're talking about a possession that you want to go down and score because the way the Clippers have, as you said, Leo, controlled the football.
Yeah, this could be the ball game. This could be the season right here.
Gagnon out to the 34-yard line for 5. And right now, it's going to be crucial for the Wildcats
Gagnon brings the ball up through the line.
to play flawless football.
In Ricadillo.
Wildcats plenty of time to, you don't have to change, do anything fancy, just stick with what they've been doing. 6 minutes left, plenty of time to drive this football the length of the field, but as you mentioned, it's got to be flawless.
Gagnon on the pitch. Looking for the outside. Jimmy to the sidelines. Gagnon run out of bounds at midfield. First down, Jimmy Gagnon.
Plus a little more, brought down by Mike Andrews.
Mike Andrews had to run him out, and Jimmy a bit banged up. I think he's more tangled up than banged up. Exactly what it was. Jimmy got caught up in the cables. (21-13) Falmouth 5:54 left. Pierce on the reverse. Ely looking for the seam. Ely slows down, gets cut. It's DeVito. Stayed with the play, stayed at home. But Ely gets 5 on the play. And so on the end of the play, the Wildcat coaches were saying, geez, Ely, I want you to get to the sidelines and make it happen there. And DeVito, Pierce felt that he could make the move on him.
Second and about 6 for Weymouth.
Quill, quick out, McDonald cuts it back. Chris will be short of the first down by about a yard. It'll be third down and about 1.
Yeah, they've been going with that, and they've had success with that. Wouldn't be surprised if at some point we'll stop and go down there, get McDonald to wave his hands as you see him do that time, and then sprint down the sidelines. Quill's done a nice job when he's decided to throw the ball here tonight.
Third and 1. 4:35 left. Gagnon, or check it. Johnny Lyden, first down run.
Talking about this drive possibly being a ball game, and The longer it goes for the Wildcats, the more obvious it is that this is going to be the drive that decides this ball game.
4:22. Will. Quickly, it's McDonald. Chris out of bounds at the 32. Boy, he is just one tough athlete.
Chris McDonald, good for about 7 yards.
Fourth time they've gone to that tonight, and it's got them anywhere between 5 and 10 yards every time.
And every time you talk to the coaches and they talk about Chris McDonald, they just talk about how tough he is. He is just a tough little athlete. Gagnon cuts it inside. Jimmy off to the races. Jimmy to the 15. First down. Eric Ayers brings him down.
I mentioned before that this game really could make or break the season. And said this drive's going to make or break this game, and so far it's been all Wildcats. Great play calling as well. I mean, they've just mixed it up so nicely here with the pass run, and move the ball cleanly. Haven't accomplished anything yet. They got to bang this one in.
3:48. Quill on the roll. In trouble, just dives back. Creighton on the blitz. Grabbed him for a loss of 3. 3:30 to go.
Falmouth did a great job there, stepping up and making a play when they needed it. Weymouth had all the momentum in their favor. Going with the pass, going with the run, picking up big chunks of yardage. And Falmouth needed to make a stop. Not only did they make the stop, but they pushed them back. 2nd and 12, 2nd and 13.
Quill. Pressure. Ryan will run. Ryan gets out of bounds. 2:54 left. He gets about 5 maybe in the play, and let's see where they mark it. I'll tell you, that was Ryan gets back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd. About 10.5 to go. 2:54 left. And the Wildcats trailing by 8. Scott can't cut it back inside. Falmouth clogged perfectly. Mahoney just stayed at home and made the play. A 2-yard gain for Mike Scott. 4th and 9.
Start the ball carrier. .50 winning ticket time is number 143352.
Clock running, we're down to 2:24. 4th and 10. Really, not much you can say about it. The situation speaks for itself.
Quill. Milligan can't hang on. Ayers right on top of him. Wildcats turned away.
Pass intended for Milligan, incomplete. Falmouth takes over on down.
And the ball game realistically in serious trouble going to Falmouth. Situation, the Wildcats will look back. Opportunities with there. Just could not come up.
They came out just a little bit flat, back on their heels. Falmouth took advantage of that, put up a couple quick scores. Weymouth clawed their way back into it, battled back. They had contained Ford up to that point, but you're not going to stop a kid like that. He broke the big run. That's been the difference in the ball game right now.
Glover trying to get outside, and Glover, good yardage. 2 minutes to go.
Nice run there by Glover. He broke it outside where it looked like he was stopped in the backfield, and then instead of allowing Weymouth to push him out of bounds, he went down, kept himself in bounds. Weymouth has to call a timeout.
1:54 left. Falmouth in control. 1:54 left. Clippers in superb shape. And the man of the hour. This is going to come back. Ford. He is one tough individual. It's coming back on an illegal block.
Ford runs left to Falmouth.
But the fact of the matter is, and really Ford is only a sophomore. He is a Division
There's a
I
flag
prospect.
down on the field.
A kid with that size and speed, and as you mentioned, just a youngster. Decision here for the Wildcats.
Take the penalty. That's what they. Torres saying, "Hey, look, take the penalty."
Granted, it's going to push him back. Only thought there's still second down. And time of the essence here, obviously.
Oh, it's a game right now. But seriously, it's a clock.
The Wildcats here, two more stops, couple timeouts,
And then
get a block or a big return, and you just don't know what happened. These guys have pulled them out before, been in crucial situations, and come up with the plays. They need some plays now.
Fullback Eric Ayers, no gain, timeout Wildcats, 1:41 left. Third and 16. Wildcats need to come up with the heroics. Andros almost gave it to him. Casey Antonovich would have had 6, and the Wildcats will spend the timeout as 4th down and 16 coming up. Do you go for the block or do you go for the return? That's the question right now, Leo.
Yeah, Weymouth made the stand. They did the first part of the job. Now they got to make something happen with part 2.
And they go after the punter, Kevin Creighton. And the Clippers will down the football at the 38.
1:28 left in this one. There's time left on the clock. This offense has improved week after week. They've looked pretty solid here tonight. They've moved the ball at times and been efficient, moving the ball downfield. A couple drives stalled, but they got to feel pretty confident that they can get this one in the end zone. And confidence is a big key at this time of the game.
1:28 left.
Once again, the defense got the job done, gave them the ball back, gives them one more crack at it.
Will. Deep downfield, intercepted. Intercepted, Mike Andrews.
Yeah, Wildcats got the ball back, figured, hey, let's go for a shot on it. First down, we got 4 downs to give it a crack. Tried to throw it deep to a speedster like Pierce, streaking down the sideline. Kind of got it out towards the middle of the field, and that'll be the ball game.
Well, I'll tell you, that play, as you said, a little more air underneath that. Hilly Pierce is running underneath it, 6 points. And now it's an interesting situation. And as much as Falmouth has done what they have done in this game, the Wildcats have just had the opportunities, and the biggest statistic besides the score in this one is Glover goes down quickly. The biggest statistic, point blank, is the Wildcats spend the timeout with 1:10 left. It's going to be the turnovers in this one. 3 love.
Call by Weymouth.
Weymouth 3, Falmouth none in the turnovers, and that could be what ends this 4-game winning streak. 2nd and 11, 1:10 in a 21-13 game. Those are the key facts and figures. Andrews slips, falls down, and then the Wildcats get to spend possibly their final timeout. Once a turnover takes place, Clippers are going to take a huge chunk of the final minute 5. Glover goes down at a minute 1. Now when the clock, ball set at 55, and it's going to be about timeout. Officials, an injured player.
Gain of about the attitude. 4th down to Falmouth coming up.
51 seconds left. Clippers will try to exhaust as much of the clock as they can, and the Wildcats will try to block a punt. Clock start ticking away. Falmouth take as much of the final 45 and counting that they can. Brian Milligan, the injured Wildcat, he's been dinged the whole week with a shoulder injury. Delay penalty should be coming up on Falmouth right now. 25 seconds left.
Penalty against Falmouth, delay of game.
If it was a 6-point lead, I don't think Falmouth would be doing what they would be doing as far as taking the full clock. Falmouth timeout. "25 seconds left, and the Wildcats' last push. And they do not get the kick. Rolls out of bounds. Well, one more time for the Wildcats at the Falmouth 36. 19 seconds left. Let's see if the Wildcats can come up.
Keep trying to bury him, but they won't let me.
Quill just to the sidelines and out of bounds. Try one more time. Flag down. Deep downfield. Incomplete. 6 seconds left.
Flag's down.
And I get the feeling it is on the Wildcats for procedure. I don't think Falmouth cares one way or the other.
Time not a factor, might as well move them back.
Exactly.
Said 2 drives ago that was their last chance, and
They've had a couple more.
got a couple more cracks at it.
I'll be honest, as far as you get to assess this in one aspect, the chances have been there. Big time chances have been there. The turnovers, 2 big turnovers in the Falmouth end of the field. Wildcats have an opportunity. Falmouth did not turn the ball over. That's all there is to it.
If they just keep clawing away.
Quill. Oh my gosh, 1 second left. Patrick O'Toole could have had another type of deflection. Would you believe if that ever happened?
Well, I mean, that one made everyone in the stadium hold their breath. An excellent opportunity, an excellent play by Quill, running to his right, firing down there, and I got one more crack at it.
Unbelievable, that bounce.
Every time you think they're dead, they come back and show a little life. But without a doubt, this will do it.
Oh my gosh! Falmouth pulls out the victory as the Clippers just play flawless football. Wildcats, what has been an unbelievable season, will be a heartbreaking loss. The chances were there. They just did not make the plays when they needed it. And, you know,